All right, so the setup for this is going to be, like, I'm going to be using a reverse hyper here. If you don't have a reverse hyper, you can set this up with the MRH setup. Just look that up in the exercise list. But what we have is like a rod where we have the rope that we're using about 8 inches, like attached to the rod about 8 inches away from my palm or from my hand. Like we want some space so that the lever is a little bit longer there. And that's what the weight is going to be pulling on. And so for this first move, we go elbow supported against the hip or the body so that stays stable and doesn't move, because we want all of the movement, or as much of the movement as possible, to be coming straight from that wrist that we're getting kind of like that pure supination. So we allow the weight to pull us back into that supinated position, and then we fire out of that as hard as we can. So that's the first spot. Like, again, goal of keeping everything stable and driving it straight from kind of that supination move. So that's the first move. And second move of this is going to be the opposite, where it pulls us into pronation, and then we fire out of that. So again, you can see I have that left hand kind of on my elbow or on my bicep to keep that stable, and I'm allowing it to pull me into that pronated position and then fire out of that as cleanly and as hard as I can from there. Again, rope on the edge of what we're using so that we have some leverage there, or we have a longer lever there as we go through this.